Hi, I'm Rich Torrey. Welcome to another Level Up Cartooning. All you need to follow along with me is a pencil and paper. It doesn't get any easier than that, right? As you may or may not know, we've been drawing characters from some of the shows that populated the early golden years of the Nickelodeon network this month. So far, we've drawn characters from Doug, Ren and Stimpy, a couple of weeks of Rugrats, and then Hey Arnold. This week, I thought we'd dive into the characters from the Wild Thornberrys, another series from the incredible Klasky Csupo Studios. Originally pitched to Fox as an adult animated sitcom called Nigel Thornberry's Animal World, in which Eliza played a more minor role under the name of Alex, who as you can see looked very different, and her best friend and pet chimpanzee Darwin was named Bobo. Today we'll be drawing the star of the show, Eliza, and her pet and best friend Darwin, and her adopted feral brother Donnie. All of these characters are so well designed and drawn, I know you're going to love drawing them. In fact, being that there are so many great characters from this show, I may have to draw more Thornberrys next week. I still haven't made up my mind. If you have any thoughts on the matter, let me know in the comments. In the meantime, before we get started, make sure you hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button, as it helps this channel to grow, and hit the bell so you never miss a lesson. Alright then, what do you say we get started drawing from the Wild Thornberrys, Eliza, Darwin, and Donnie? We're going to draw Eliza, Darwin, and Donnie step by step, giving you the secret formula to be able to draw them again and again. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I normally use the character's head to figure out how big the entire character is. In our drawing today, both Eliza and Donnie are just under 3 heads tall. In other words, however tall their heads are, their entire bodies are just under 3 of those. Darwin would probably be somewhere around that as well if he wasn't getting a piggyback ride from Eliza. As you can see, he's just about 2 heads tall in this image. Okay, so what do you say we draw our roadmap for Eliza, Darwin, and Donnie from the Wild Thornberrys? So there's our roadmap for our characters from the Wild Thornberrys. Now before we go into step 2, I want to give you the layout of the 3 characters' simple shapes for those of you who want a screen grab. Again, just something to help you envision how to lay out your drawing. So now we're on to step 2. In this step, we do what I call roughing out the features. I want to remind you that until the 3rd and final step, you want to draw as light as possible. You'll see that I use guidelines to help you to know how to construct Eliza, Darwin, and Donnie. We don't want those guidelines in the final drawing, so you want to draw them light enough to be able to erase them easily. Okay, so let's rough out the features for our characters from the Wild Thornberrys. Okay, so there are the roughed out features for Eliza, Darwin, and Donnie. So now with the roadmap done and the features roughed out, it's time for that final step. In step 3, we get to have fun. We get to draw the final details of our great characters from the Wild Thornberrys. We don't have to guess where to put things because we've already done all the hard work to figure that out. As I often say, I want you to be present. And what I mean by that is you don't want to just mindlessly retrace over the lines you've already drawn. As you're drawing in those final lines of our 3 characters, you want to be thinking about how you might improve them, staying vigilant until the very end. Okay, so let's draw in the details for Eliza, Darwin, and Donnie from the Wild Thornberrys. And that's how you do it. There you have it. Eliza Thornberry, her feral adopted brother Donnie, and her best friend and pet chimp Darwin from the beautifully animated Nickelodeon series, The Wild Thornberrys. So how do you think you did? Understand, if you've never drawn any of these characters from the Wild Thornberrys before, you can't expect to have drawn them perfectly. You notice I don't spend time coloring our 3 characters during this video because I want my lesson to focus solely on the drawing process. Now you have the secret formula, the process for drawing Eliza, Darwin, and Donnie. And with that, you can draw them again and again. And by all means, color them when you're done. I promise each time you draw them, it's going to be a little better and a little easier. I also promise the more you work with me, the better you're going to get at all of your cartoon characters. So I'd love to see your drawings of our 3 characters from the Wild Thornberrys. If you can, take a picture and post it on either Facebook or Instagram. And don't forget to include the hashtag #LevelUpCartooning. So I hope you had as much fun as I did with this one. Remember to subscribe and let me know if you think we should draw a few more characters from the show next week. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, keep drawing, my friends.